Same time every week, guys. So if you join, it'll be next Wednesday, the same thing, 1 p.m. Eastern. So, actually, and I'd like to know too, who in the chat, if you want to just throw like a throw one in the chat, like who's brand new here to today?
Mm, love that question. Be careful, we might pick on you.
What's up, Tom?
Tom, all right. Welcome,
Howdy.
Tom. Anybody else? No one else is brave enough to say? I was just kidding about the picking on you thing. Oh, there we go. All right, House Triplicity. What's your real name? Or is that your real name? Tiffany. Okay. That sounds like a real name. And Matthew Jones. Amazing.
All right, cool. So for everyone that's new to this, we usually do a Q&A, answer some questions for as long as we have them, and then we'll do some listing reviews. Today, I might do some stuff on Airdna with you guys too. I think it's important. We've been talking to a lot of people about revenue missed with their property, depending on design, listing optimization, pricing, all of that stuff. But one thing I want everyone to understand is like I explained this yesterday, and maybe it'll make sense to you, maybe it won't. But an Airbnb, I view it as like a cake, and like the actual design of the property, the way it looks, the way the guest experience that you're delivering, the quality of the place, the amenities that you have, that's the actual cake of your property. The listing optimization, the software you're using, the pricing structure, the pricing software that you're using, everything online, the order of your photos, titles, descriptions, a lot of the stuff I go over today, that's the icing on the cake, right? It still matters, but the needle is moving very little. I had someone that hired someone to do SEO for them, and they're paying a good amount of money to do it. And SEO is like the sprinkles on the cake. And so if what I just want people to understand is like if you're going to put a dollar towards something, you might as well put it towards the thing that's going to move the needle the most. But I understand that hey Heather, uh, I understand that design also usually costs the most too. So I'm not going to be, I don't want to sound ignorant to that fact, but people need to understand that it is an investment, and it's something that we took out credit cards. We took out a line of credit on our house to get started in this business. And it is a little bit of a gamble, but we like to find an opportunity to make that money back, at least in year one is the goal. And then you get to make it continuously year after that. And so you get to have a high producing property, but you also what I think is important in today's market is you are protecting your property too from the conditions of the economy, what's going on in the world. People still want nice places to stay at. So if you can be in the upper portion, the upper niche, you are protecting yourself from those massive changes. I've heard some people lately that just have zero bookings altogether. So lots to look at if that's the case. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Uh,
SEO, you were talking about SEO.
well, it's just like I just want you guys to focus on the right things. We get a lot of questions about that kind of stuff too, and so SEO is going to move the needle just very slightly. Um, Fixing your listing online will move the needle, but it isn't going to be as great. We can't tell you to take awesome photos of stuff that isn't there. So we need the clay there that to mold. So
Mhm. Great
um,
analogy.
yeah,
Liddell wants to know what SEO is.
it's SEO
EO,
for
sorry. She did
it's
write C and I read
yeah.
it. Sorry.
Uh, it's search engine optimization. So it's just basically it's a fancy word people like throwing around. It's much more popular for websites. I did a lot of SEO in my past life with other businesses, but it's how basically if you Google, um, like I used to buy off-market property, so I wanted to get if someone was searching how to sell my house fast, I wanted to pop up first. And so that you do a lot of work with what the words are on your website, basically. There isn't a lot of people Googling to get to your listing. And so it is something that people are going to the channel and they're gonna the channel they're comfortable with, Airbnb, Verbo, whatever it is, and they're gonna look there. And so Airbnb isn't allowing you to search by SEO. It's allowing you to search by amenities, the amount of people you can sleep, and so forth. So it isn't going to move the needle as much. Like I said, you could work on it and say you've done everything else, and that's the next thing that you want to do. Sure. Like make sure if someone does Google a property in Hilton Head that has certain amenities that you pop up. But as long as you do a good job with your description, that shouldn't be a problem either way. It's just, like I said, not going to bring in. People have people online are really selling direct bookings, SEO, these type of things that are just going to make a dramatic difference. And we've done them all, and they just don't move it. Like I said, like they are things to do, but not first.
Awesome. Hopefully that made sense, Liddell. You can just shake your head. Perfect. Amazing. Because I can see you because you have your camera on, and thank you for doing that. Okay, so we have our first question. Olga asks, how do you manage damages with direct bookings?
So there's a few things. You can try to charge them directly. You can talk to the guest. You should have their credit card information to be able to charge them for damages. There are options. So like we use Guesty, it's not Guesty Pay, but some kind of protection with Guesty
Shield.
and Guesty
Guesty
Shield.
Shield.
And they allow us to file claims with them. It's basically insurance for guest damages. But similar to Verbo, with direct bookings is you're on your own with it otherwise. And so ideally you have it explained and you could always, depending on how much they damaged, you could take them to court, you can, file against them, or you can just try to charge their credit card if you want to play that game too. Sometimes that works and everything's fine, and sometimes they disappear. So
Oh,
it's
they can dispute the charges too on
yeah.
the credit card.
People also dispute charges that were legal, right? They dispute their
Next.
stay. So it's the cost of doing business. I used to wait tables when I was young, and we called it breakage there, where we break plates by accident. But that's the cost of doing business, cost of having a restaurant. It's the cost of doing business here, and so you try to protect against it. I would recommend gathering information when they book, like their copy of their license. You make sure you have all their contact info. You can look at collecting a deposit, but the more friction that you add to a booking, the less you're going to get. So it's one of those things. It's just like allowing 2 night stays versus 3 or 4 nights. It's a risk reward. Whatever you're more comfortable with, it just depends on your situation. So we like 98% of the time, direct bookings are fantastic. So we're just going to take them, and we're gonna put in a few precautions. We do take their, get a copy of their license within, Guesty collects that for us. But I'm not going to do that to an Airbnb person, right? That's too much friction there, and it's going to cause issues. But I will do it to a direct booking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you mentioned this last, sorry, Olga, if you have another question, go right ahead.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just don't say it makes sense because I do have the bigger properties. I use Guesty Shield, but on the smaller ones, where they're so cheap to begin with per night, like it's like a 1 bedroom, and then charge $35 on top for Guesty Shield for like 1 night or 2 nights. It just doesn't make sense. So that's the ones I'm kind of like struggling with, the little ones.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can, like I said, you can collect a deposit, but that is going to limit more people to booking your place. So it's one of those things that's like, do you just take the hit once in a while and the owner understands that, or we can try a deposit, but you're probably going to end up, I think you'll net less, if that
mm.
makes sense. So, uh, but it's up to you. And every area is a little different. You can try different things that could work for you, but we don't collect deposits. We looked into that, and like I said, we try to make the least amount of friction possible to book and have the most protections in there that we are comfortable with, right? So we were on Booking.com for a long time because of that too. We are now, as we've put up parameters and become more comfortable, and they've changed some things on their end. So uh, it's just depends on your situation. And with like I said, what you and if you manage for someone else, what that owner is comfortable with too. But
For the other
yeah,
owners, I just put them on Guesty Shield because that's easier and more comfortable for me.
sure.
Yeah.
I understand that. I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact that we announced our design giveaway this week on Monday. And so
Yes.
very busy week. I hope everyone saw the video online. I released the video yesterday, Heather, with your approval of me calling her, which was fantastic. That honestly, I wish I could do these nonstop. If I could make that phone call every single day, I'd be a happier man. It's a lot of fun. So we're hoping we're going to do these again, but super excited for Heather. Everyone else that qualified, reach out. We are offering a significant discount to our services till the end of the week. So if we did talk to you, definitely reach out to us. You can reach out to the number that's letting you know about these meetings. But we have a good situation for everyone. We're looking to make a big push, and I've told a few of you, like, just full transparency, we're looking to collect as many testimonials as we can. We want to blow you guys away, give you an awesome place, and collect a testimonial. So we have just so much proof, just endless amounts of proof that we are who we say we are, and we can deliver fantastic Airbnbs for everyone else. So, and then in the future, we'll just, charge an exorbitant amount because we have so much proof. So, yeah, but super excited for Heather. She has some awesome places too. I think we went over them last week actually on the call. So you guys got to see them a little bit. You hopefully we'll go over them when they're done, and I can see that too. So super
Yeah.
exciting. And also I keep getting asked, and I need to probably do a better job with this, but um, people keep asking me what can I pay you for? And we need to do a better job of telling people exactly what we do. So it's essentially anything to do with your listing, right? We make listings more money. And there's a few different ways to do that. It's really two different pillars. It's on the design side, we give you a better design, just an overall richer feel to the place, better amenities that are going to make you more money in your specific area. But it's a complete design overhaul. We do that both virtually and in person, where we can install everything for you too. And then we also, part of those programs are we look at your listing online, your photos, descriptions, get you on software that you need, pricing software, property management software, set up your automated messages, all that good stuff. So basically anything to do with your listing. If your listing is not performing where you think it should, and honestly, I want to do a little Airdna today too, just to give you guys an idea, but most people are not where they should be. But a lot of people, there's some people I was talking to last week that are legit missing 150 grand on some of these places. So it can be very significant amount if it's not done the right way. So wanted to let you guys know about that one. And then oh, and lastly, uh, people are asking, we have our free messages that we send out to the guests, the auto messages. If you follow us on Instagram and you just send us a DM that says 5-star messages, number 5-star messages, you'll get those automatically. So if anyone wants our automated messages that we've proven that deliver a higher review, follow us, Jay Stays, send a 5-star messages and it'll auto send that to you too. So, all right, sorry. I am done, quote unquote, pitching.
We got one question from Jeff. He asks, how can you describe what you do to protect yourself with Booking.com bookings?
So Booking.com has actually just changed a lot. They used to have you process the payment, and the hack or the issue with them was that you had to collect the payment, but they didn't process it until the next day. So if someone booked same day, they could use a fake credit card and you wouldn't know until the next day. So we actually, the very first property we had was a booking.com reservation within like the first month that we had it. And I had to drive down there and remove someone from the property because they were using a fake credit card. And so it's they've changed that. They process the payments now. They also have insurance too. So I actually like booking.com better than Verbo currently because at least there is some protection. They offer up to $350 for guest damages. Verbo does nothing, guys. They are a more well-known name, but they're truly like you're on your own. So good luck. I need to get these questions out of here. I keep staring at them. So, uh, but yeah, booking.com, we wouldn't be with them. We wouldn't help people get it set up if they didn't make those changes. And now I still hate their platform. I still hate their website. I don't know why anyone uses them, but I think if you're coming, especially if you're going to compete with hotels, if you have a smaller place, booking.com is going to make a lot of sense because you're targeting the same avatar.
Yeah. Okay. We don't have any other questions. So I'm going to post this listing that is from Faye. She's first in line.
All right, Faye. Faye, are you still on?
I'm here.
Have we met before, Faye?
Yeah, you looked at our place in West Des Moines, Iowa previously.
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
So we were like, you know what? Let's see what you think about this one.
Did you make any of the changes that we suggested?
Yep, we did. Changed out some of the photos. We changed out the title. We're pushing on the landscaping. So, yep, all good feedback. Thank you.
Sure. I can tell. I feel like your title looks great right away. I'd have to click through and see if you had anything else in there, but I don't remember what it was last time. But from a lot of them that we see, it looks great. What I will say, just for anyone that's never been part of these, like what you want is an adjective, some kind of descriptor of the place. Cozy is that in this. I mean, basically, cozy retreat cabin is the full of it. I would like to fit more than having to put all that in there, but it depends on the property. So you want a adjective, and then you want as many basically amenities as you can fit. A good hack is if you have a good description that is lengthy, copy and paste that into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for a optimized Airbnb title that is less than 50 characters. So they'll pump out a few, and you're going to want to change this about monthly too. So they
Yeah,
could,
I have about 50 that I switch in and out.
yep. So and you could
Okay.
rotate some of the words too. You don't really
Yeah.
have to change the whole thing. You can put family fun before sauna and call it a day. So, but they just want to see some activity. But solid title, description looks great. You got emojis in there. You got bullet points. That's all we're really looking for, and it's also lengthy. So you are explaining a lot about the place. You are also starting to explain about the area too. So that's everything they're going to want to need to know. Most people don't read this either way, guys. So if you have anything in here that you don't have a photo of that is an amenity, and you might have something in here that's not a good thing. Like if you're, I think it's important to let guests know of possible issues of the place or something that works a little funky, or you gotta, something maybe isn't open all the time, depending on the seasons. But that's fine to note here. Don't take a photo of those things. You don't want to take photos of the non-amenities. But if it's an amenity that you're mentioning in here, whether it's a kid item, anything that you have going on in the property, and you don't have a photo of it, no one's seeing that. You gotta take a photo of it. So, all right.
Thank goodness.
I hate the organization as always, guys, but
I tried to go on. I did like Google how you can remove it. Only some hosts have the ability to remove the photo tour. So I'm just keeping a check on that to see when I get the ability to do that.
okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out too. I keep complaining about it, but I'm not really giving anyone any guidance on it. But the reason I don't like that for anyone new is I want to tell the story. So I get to put the photo in the order that I want. And I want to hit on the things that are gonna really sell the place. This is sales at the end of the day. So everyone needs to understand that. Like we're marketing and selling this property. The better you sell it, the more bookings you'll get. Um, you guys do a good job with your places though.
Yeah, your designer this is a very talented human. This is very good.
This was someone local again.
Yeah.
In Des Moines, we had a local, and this was a local, and she did the install for us as well. We had
And
go on.
sorry, she did the other one too, the other one we saw.
No,
Different person.
we get a different, yeah, we get sort of, we try and do local to the area because we actually want design and install. We're
Yeah.
in Florida, so we're not back near the properties. We go
Yeah.
once they're ready, and we finish them off with like all the little tiny, things that we want. But for the bare bones, they do
Mhm.
they just do everything for us.
Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. I think, yeah, Olga agrees. Such a cute place. I mean, everybody should be putting chat messages in right now how awesome this thing looks because this is it, you guys. Just so everybody knows, like this is what we're after when it comes to the way a listing looks. There's colors all make sense. The textures bring in interest. Everything looks comfortable. It feels like a place that you would want to stay.
So I'll give you guys some rules for design that you can take with you right now that they're doing correctly. We want, let me find the photo of it real quick before I just blurt it out. We want curtains to the ceiling.
Yes.
We want ceiling as close as you can get and all the way to the floor. We don't want grommet at all. We either want this style, which I forget the name.
Rod, that's a rod pocket. It looks like maybe it might be a back tab. That's a back
Or the kind that hang from.
tab. Yeah.
But
Drapery hooks. Yeah.
yes, either way, you want curtains. They even have the shower curtain. Where'd it go?
You went
Right.
past it. Go back up.
All the way to the
Yeah.
ceiling, like just all the way to the ceiling and the floor. So
Yes.
some rules there. We want white linens, which we got, right? We want that boutique hotel feel. So we want to allow linens to be shown that they're clean, and people are going to appreciate that. Plus, you can always bleach them, but we want white linens. The
Four pillows on every bed.
Yeah, the bed is not where we want to add really the color. Everywhere else, this is the nice clean place to lay. Everywhere else can be loud. And something that we've been trying to communicate with people lately too is, good design should make you a little nervous, especially in Airbnb. It shouldn't annoy you. It shouldn't you shouldn't hate it, but it should be a little like, that's a little, more than I would do. Like a lot of people we would show this wallpaper to and they would be like, I don't know, that's intense. But it should make you a little nervous. This is a good design to where it's going to get attention, but it's not screaming at you. It's
Mhm.
not annoying you. It's not, bright orange and neon throughout.
No,
So
it's very sophisticated. Very, very
it's
calming.
good. It's very, very good. So
Yeah. The wood slat wall, that's dynamite. I love it.
Faye, just so you know, we install on site as well. So if you ever need help on another one, we'd happily talk to you about it. But overall, this is solid. Let me just do some checks on your photos. So the only thing I noticed when I was scrolling quickly is how many does this sleep, Faye?
8.
Okay, I think you're right then. The outdoor furniture felt a little light, but I think you're all right for 8. It looks like you have plenty of seating. I want more photos of the hot tub,
Mhm.
and I can't tell the fire pit's over here. I
Yeah.
want a photo of from the hot tub to the fire pit.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that should be, you have no amenities in your first photo. Um, I don't know what the weather's like right now and where you want to focus that, but like you have a hot tub, you have a sauna, and neither one of them is in the first photo. So no one can see this when they're just scrolling. So you need to put that amenity in the photo. This might be the best photo right here, right now. This
I
hot
agree with
tub
that. Yeah.
lights. So game room looks pretty solid. I don't love this neon sign. I'm not opposed to neon signs, but I don't like the way that's hung. And it's too small.
Too
Yeah,
small. I agree.
my husband hates it.
Yeah, I'd rather it be nothing,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
But I want to get to
A better one, Faye. Wait, hold on, Ryan. Sorry, can you scroll down like half a page? What's that thing say? Bathhouse Cabin. Okay, so is that like the brand of?
Yeah, yeah, that's the name
Okay,
of the property.
amazing. I literally was just getting ready to say that, like a neon sign that has like the name of the property, the brand that you're going for, would make more sense than just a Amazon game on tiny little sign. I love that art piece, if that's what it is, or maybe it's like a vinyl decal on the wall.
It's metal.
It's metal. It's beautiful, but you are missing an opportunity for a mural. That wall should be a mural that has that word in it, that has bathhouse cabin in it. Like that's way too plain for that. I mean, it's just a literally ideal spot for a mural.
Okay.
Okay.
it's too small.
Yeah.
It would have
Great.
to be 2 to 3 times the size to make more sense there.
And
Uh,
Faye, like we're really trying to find stuff wrong at this point because this property is really nice. They did a good job.
yeah, as always, guys, we are kind, not nice. So we are gonna try to help you any way we can. But I would say you're ahead of most people.
Yes.
So we are finding things. Um, the sauna needs to be dressed up. I actually just made an Instagram post the other day about this, but this is an amenity that you paid for. The way you have it set up in here currently, the way this photo is, it feels very
Like
Amazon
lackluster.
sauna.
Yeah, lackluster. Yeah. Yeah.
And so if it you need this plant is way too small. You need some tall plants in here for sure, but you
Yeah,
need to dress up the rest of the space, show off some rolled up towels in here, show more of the spa experience. Really sell that aspect of it. But this room feels forgotten about, and you already spent all the money on the sauna, and you just walked away for the
that's the
rest.
Yeah.
one room. Yeah, that's the one room that the designer did. She didn't do anything with it. Like we bought the sauna for there. It was an afterthought, not an afterthought, but it wasn't dressed. So yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely needs maybe a cabinet in there with, like you say, with the towels or something for the towels. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. If you look in the chat, Faye, you've got all kinds of comments regarding this property. Matthew says he's ready to book right now. So I think that's great. I think adding a bench too would be helpful outside of the sauna. Thinking, how do you use the sauna? It's hot, right? You're sitting in there,
Yeah,
you're getting heated up, then you come out and you maybe want to sit down for a second and just like catch your breath and like kind of cool down a little bit. So a bench outside of the sauna would be helpful, I think.
yeah.
Hooks on the wall, large palm tree, Olga says, 1,000% agree with that. Like Olga knows what's up.
I I would still at least stage with white towels. Even if you're not going to provide white towels for the spot, I think it'll look better. Um,
Okay.
I I would have definitely like a robe and slippers by the wall. Maybe a
Mhm,
couple sets of those would look really good. And then just something for everyone to understand, like staging is very important for the photos. People overlook it or they rush it. And I just don't think that these towels are adding much to this photo right here, just as an example. To whereas towels rolled up the right way or folded a certain way, just making it feel like imagine looking at, you know, the Ritz-Carlton and seeing these towels in a photo. You wouldn't. It's
Yeah,
going to feel much more luxurious, and that's all. It's just a little bit more effort, and making sure that that's done properly. So, but that can add this sauna, I have no idea what it cost you, but where it currently looks inexpensive. I think dressed up can look expensive. It's the right color. It's nice. It's not super tiny. It can definitely add a lot to your home. But the way it currently stands, it doesn't feel like much of an amenity. It feels like it may or may not be plugged in when you get there. So like it feels like it's in a closet over here, forgotten about. So that's probably the biggest thing that I think you could work on, other than the game room, feeling a little, like I said, that game on sign was small. I don't know which way I have to go here to get to I assume these are around the corner from the ping pong table.
Yeah, sort of you. Yeah.
Okay. Just making it feel like more of a game space, kid space, organized that way. And then, like I said, I would want a photo of the hot tub to the fire pit or vice versa. And you want to get as many amenities as you can in the same photo. That could be a great first photo. The one I suggested, like I said, the nighttime one, that is the most amenities you currently have in one photo.
Yep.
It's, I know it's on the front. So this one right here, that's why I would suggest that one right now, but it might be the other direction or possibly getting all three in the photo if without getting super far away from the property and not knowing what's going on. And then
We probably have an aerial photo, but it wouldn't have the cover off the hot tub.
okay.
And then the mural wall, that was another suggestion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, guys, when you take a photo of your coffee bar, make sure that you have coffee in it, if you provide it, which if you don't, you should. This is telling me that there's some creamers available, some sugar, and then some cool, to-go cups. But do you guys actually provide coffee?
Yep. Yeah, we do Nespresso pods and ground coffee.
Find a way to show that the best way possible that looks elegant. If you don't have any way, throw them in glass jars and call it a day.
And if your to-go cups aren't branded, Faye, they should be.
Okay. Yep.
You could also do with a few more pictures showing cooking utensils in the kitchen too. I can't tell if I can make a meal.
Yep.
Pots and pans. And then I don't like hooks without towels on them.
Yeah, it does look a little weird. And some of them have like a gold background and some of them have a black background, which makes it look like the wall got damaged or something.
Yeah, made me click on it. All right, and then I just need photos of the soaps and shampoos provided. Oh, Faye. Oh no. What do we got here?
Oh,
Oh boy.
bitter.
You're doing so well.
Yeah, I know what you're looking at now.
Matthew, let me
Yeah.
get this straightened out first before you book, all right?
Yeah.
Listen, yes, nothing name brand in homes, guys. Like, you don't understand how much that is going to, I think a few people are trying to get in, Misty.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, they are.
Yeah.
I need to pay attention.
You're fine.
I'm gonna
Nothing,
get fired.
nothing name brand. You're just locked in. Nothing name brand on in the house. So take your soap, shampoos. Honestly, buy the cheaper stuff. That's fine. Save some money there, but put them into separate jars that just say soap, that just say shampoo. You can get the kind that hang on the wall or glue to the wall that is just a dispenser. Same thing with your bounce sheets and your detergent as well. We buy the Kirkland pods and pour them into a glass jar. That looks so much better, even though they're Kirkland, than it would say like the expensive Tide pods.
Yeah.
You would not see a hotel with Pantene Pro V in the shower for you on the floor.
Yeah, that isn't even there anymore. We actually switched out to like we now buy like the gallon containers and the cleaners actually refill them for
Okay.
us. So that's actually gone, since this was back in, I think the photos were done last July. So
Okay.
yeah, maybe update photos for that as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a perfect 5-star review after 24, I think I saw 24 reviews. So you're doing well. You're doing a
Yeah,
very good job.
we have a great team as well out there, like the cleaning team and everything. So we're
That's
very
important.
blessed with that.
Yeah, it's very important. Okay, I'll let you finish, Ryan, and then we have another one. Olga wanted us to review hers last week and we didn't get to it, so she's next. So I just put hers in the chat.
Okay. I don't see it.
I can repost. That's fine.
Uh,
There you go.
but Faye, thanks for letting us do that. And being a good sport. It's like I said, it's one of the better Airbnbs that I've reviewed. So we're talking about the upper 10% of things that to worry about. But if you have the updated soaps and shampoos, just get a photo of that.
Yep, I mean, I've written everything down. I'm gonna, change a few things. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Olga posted it. She's the last person
Yeah,
in the
I got
chat.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Olga, you still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Is this your house or one you manage for someone?
This is mine.
Nice.
But it's, we set it up a while ago and it's not local to us. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, we need, there's so many things that we can do with this.
Yeah. I
It never
mean,
stops.
it doesn't stop, unfortunately. And design's a slippery slope in the sense that you can always spend more money. So,
Yeah, but spending money smartly,
yep, that's what we're here for, right?
Right. Exactly
We're
right.
we're to help with those decisions and that decision fatigue too, because it's endless. So I don't know if you guys can tell, just initially, right? From the last place to this place, like what it overall feels like. I'm sure Olga, you can tell too. Obviously, you want me to look at it for a reason. It's just much more, honestly, much more plain at the end of the day. And these listings, what I try to really hammer home with people is these listings are a commodity. Unless you're in a magical area that doesn't have very many Airbnbs, which doesn't really happen anymore anywhere. And if it does, it probably is for a reason, like no one's going there. But if your Airbnb looks like this, a lot of people's look like this. So it is not me telling you you did a bad thing. A lot of people did the same thing. But it's a commodity now, right? And it used to be enough to just have a place for people, have a nice, clean place, and you were going to do very, very, very well. But now this is a commodity, and I imagine over the last couple of years, you've had to lower your rates over time to still capture a similar amount of occupancy, and you're going to keep competing on price. And as I always say, I don't like doing that because you can only go to zero. So we want to compete on design, and that involves adding a lot of elements. That involves adding a lot of texture. Similar to like that last place, they had lots of color going on, but it was different type. There was some paint, there was some wood paneling, there's a rock wall in there. There is a lot of different textures going on with the place that you can find ways to add contrast that feels purposeful, which makes it feel expensive. And not just like I said, it demands attention without yelling. So we don't want to just paint this back wall orange. I will tell you out of the gates, I want a adjective, a descriptor here in the front. I don't care if it's luxury, cozy, oasis, whatever you decide to pick. But it needs to be something. They know it's a 4-bedroom, so I don't think you probably need that. And if these are your best amenities that you have to mention in here, that's probably your issue that's going to come up is that there isn't really anything, which I appreciate you adding them in here if these are the best ones you got. But just keep in mind that if this is all you have, people will have an easy time competing with you and people will have an easy time beating you. So just something to consider there. This house is in Idaho.
Yeah, it's in a neighborhood, so there's no tourist attractions. There's no, when we first got it, we had no issues getting guests because there's not a lot of competition. But
Yeah.
right now there's tons of competition. So, um, and it's not a tourist destination either. So we're kind of like making it, we're
Well,
like tagging along. I mean, we're making our mortgage payments, but it's not really a money maker for us. So I'm like, yeah, do we could just convert it to long term? Do we just, invest and make it amazing? So I'm kind of like hanging in there and not really doing a lot to improve it because we're kind of like in that space where, you know,
do you own this property?
yeah.
Okay. When did you get it?
Uh, in 2018.
Okay. So yeah, I imagine when you did first start it, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. For
yeah, lots changed, and it's definitely not only has it become more competitive with more properties, but people have stepped their game up. This is a very clean house, very very nice house. Like I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. This is a good home. It's just, I mean this in the nicest way, Olga, it is just boring.
Oh yeah,
And
I agree with you.
uh,
I mean,
so
we bought it brand new, so everything was nice, clean, but like very plain. So I just put some furniture in there. I mean, we didn't do any kind of remodel or any kind of, anything. Just the way it was, we just furnished it. So, and that's what you get.
all right, well let's do this actually since I want to let's try to figure out if this is worth keeping. This is a little exercise
Ah,
today.
this is going to be fun.
What
Oh,
part
oh, you're gonna be asking me for data? Okay.
a little bit.
Or
What part of Idaho is it in?
it's a Caldwell, so it's near Boise, but you can put the exact town, Caldwell.
I don't see it showing up as it's CALD,
Yeah,
Caldwell.
CA. Uh-huh.
Do you see any of these markets in?
No,
Maybe Nampa, because it's right there next
that's
to.
weird that Boise isn't listed. I think
Oh,
maybe because
Okay,
it's
well then
Boise
just
in the market.
then Boise then would be Boise.
it's not
Yeah,
saying
like
Oh,
Boise.
Boise's not listed?
no, it's because you're in Idaho area, Brian. You need to go back to market
Oh, okay.
and choose. Yep,
Uh,
just choose Boise.
But what was it? Was it Caldwell you said?
Caldwell.
Like that?
Uh-huh.
See if that'll pop up.
There, right there, Boise. Yep, there you go. And then
Did you
the
say,
submarket you might be able to find Caldwell in the submarket now that you're in Boise.
yeah, Caldwell right here. Okay.
Good.
So, um, do you know what your place is doing revenue
Well,
wise?
see, that's why I was gonna like, um, I think it's doing around like maybe, I don't know, like 50, if that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe like in the 40s, yeah. But I can look up in my Guesty really quick while you're doing that.
Yeah, see if you can find if you can sort it with not including. I mean, actually, guess you'll should pump it out too.
Well, it's gonna show me revenue. It's not gonna show me anything net, but that should be good enough, right?
Yeah, this is what this should be the same numbers that this is
Yep.
showing.
It's gonna be embarrassing if I'm way off.
No, not embarrassing. This
There
is,
you
oh,
are
there
right
it is.
there.
Yep.
It says you do 48, so see how close that is.
Shoot, it logged me out.
It's a 4 bedroom, right?
Well, it's kind of like it's 3 bedroom, but then there's a one bonus room, so I market it as a 4 bedroom.
That's fine. Doesn't have to be a legal bedroom.
Yeah.
So for anyone on the call too, while we're looking all this up, this is Airdna. If you are looking to buy a place or if you're looking to redesign your place, um, really anything like that, you want to know what the market's doing. We use this tool quite a bit. So when we're going to redesign a home, this is where we're going to look at the competition. It's important to know because some areas, certain amenities spike the revenue much higher than others. Some, a hot tub might add 10, 15%, whereas some places a hot tub will add 90% revenue. It can be a wild swing. So we want to understand the amenities. We also want to see, for the people that are making, looks like the highest here is about 66 grand. What do they look like? What amenities are they offering? I always say R&D stands for rip off and duplicate, but we want to know what our competition looks like because uh, when I used to flip houses, if I could match what another house looked like, it was a similar, style, like layout, if it was a ranch or a split level, and I could match their finishes, uh, I could predict pretty close to where I was going to be on that sale price. And you can do the same thing here. If you can match what someone else is doing, you can reasonably predict what your revenue is going to be. I can tell you off the bat, like none of these look that well designed. So, um, a higher level design can help just push you ahead of everyone else without having to worry about having, fancy countertops or possibly even some of the amenities.
Okay,
Oh,
I
those
have
photos are
I'm
awful.
I'm at 58,400 for last year.
58,000?
58,400 in revenue. Whew. So I'm
Uh,
actually doing better than average.
yeah, yeah. I mean, according to this, unless like I said, theirs are off as well because this one's off on yours too. So I don't know if it's not including maybe cleaning fees that you're including or something else that they're including here. But yeah,
So is AirDNA, are they also including cleaning fees and are they but maybe taxes?
yeah,
Um,
maybe they're not including taxes.
because like for Verbo and Booking.com, obviously I'm getting taxes as a revenue as well.
Yeah. I would tell you either way, even if you were making 48 and 66 was your potential, like it's probably going to cost you more than 20 grand to elevate your place. And so I don't know if this place would be worth really there's not a lot to squeeze. Like I don't like to see these small gaps. Like Olga, we looked at one of your places in Yosemite. Was that where it was?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that one had a large, very large gap, right, to where people were like potentially. And so
Hmm.
those are the ones that we like to see to where we know, hey, you put 40, 50, 80 grand into this place, you're gonna, make that plus some in the first year back on just elevating. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of places, especially the big places, guys, if you have one, really look around because there are the same size places in areas that are doing 100 grand with the same size house doing 300 grand.
Mm.
Obviously, that $300,000 house has different things, different amenities. It is very well done, but that is a very extreme difference. And so, I honestly would beg, borrow, and steal to find money that I can elevate my place. And plus, that place making 300 grand, they have a down year a little bit. They're still making a lot of money. Whereas the place making 100 grand, they have a down year. That could you could lose all your profit. So. Um, I don't looking at the market for you, Olga, I would let it ride the way it currently is. Now we can start looking at some cheap things that can change the place. I can tell you right away that you should have a grill outside. That's an
Mm.
expensive amenity to add.
Should I pay because we only have like a concrete pad, as you see. Should we invest like in a little like pergola or any kind of like chill space? I don't know, hot tub.
I think a hot tub always, I don't see really any hot tubs with those places like pool tables is your biggest competition. So I think a hot tub's always worth it, depending on how much it's going to cost you to pour a pad. But depending on how big this pad is, you might be able to do some furniture somewhere else and put it out here too, but you're going to have to run power as well. So,
Yeah.
um,
I mean, that's at least 10 grand. I mean, for the whole
oh yeah.
day.
Uh,
Probably more.
but that can definitely, I mean, everything you do will add. It's just like if I saw people making, six figures in that area, I would be much more like, hey, go put 20, 30 grand into this place and make your six figures too. But it's hard to demand a price or I don't say it's not hard to demand it and it's not impossible, but I am about predictable data. So I want to see it happen already. I don't want to make that gamble. I wouldn't do it with my own money. I don't do it with clients' money. So yes, if you dress this place up, could you surpass do 85 grand where everyone else is doing 65? Possibly. But I don't like making that bet. Like I said, with my money, so I wouldn't make it with yours either. What I would do is, like I said, you could just add a grill out here cheap for, a couple $100, throw a grill out. That's an added amenity. Uh, and then just make sure you get the photos are necessary of like soaps and shampoos you're missing too. Provide, a better looking coffee station. This is a super inexpensive thing to do as well. And maybe I would do
I'm gonna
blackout
say,
curtains and rugs.
sorry, I'm gonna say that playroom is underwhelming. And so if you're gonna leave that playroom as a playroom instead of a bedroom, and I don't know if that's because there's like a door or like a lack of a closet or something that made you choose that to be a playroom instead of a bedroom, but like for me, it is an opportunity to be there is an opportunity there to like build on that. So if you're going to offer a playroom, put in like an actual playroom, like a small thing that things like a climbing structure, small because I understand it's inside, but a climbing structure like a toddler would use, or like a play kitchen, or even like one of those little Tykes play houses, the plastic ones that are normally meant for outside. Like playroom needs to be something that parents with little kids are going to be like, these kids will play for hours in this room, and that is okay with me. But it also depends on like why they're coming there. Like, do they have time to let the kids play for hours, or are they coming into town for a sporting event and they're not even going to be there? So making that, like, weighing your options there to turn that back into a bedroom versus a playroom is something to consider.
Yeah, I have a mix of like families coming in versus like contractors staying. So it's like okay, where do I lean? Because there's a lot of development in the area. So
Yes. Yeah.
I do have some midterm stays that pop through as well. So usually it's not a very short stay. So usually like, a few days, a week, a week and a half, a couple of months sometimes.
Yep. So I would say the contractors that you have stay there, would you say that it's like two people, like two individuals, male or female, doesn't matter? Typically it's just like the two bedrooms that are full size beds get used. They don't use the twin size beds at all.
No, they do use the twin size beds. Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes there's
Okay.
like, well, there's usually like three, four people, and they will use even both twins.
Okay. I would do the analysis on my side then to see who is my greater group of book people who book. So do I have more families or do I have more contractors that stay and might all
More families, I would say.
families? Okay,
Mhm.
okay. So then I would probably really dig into to that playroom and
Mhm.
adding the grill and more, like you only have a bistro set right now on your patio.
Yeah.
Uh, and you need to be able to have the ability for the whole family to sit out there and have the meal.
Uh-huh. Somebody on the in the chat. Oh, Faye suggested games in the garage. I do have a two-car garage that's pretty much plain. Do you recommend? I mean, again, do I, if I do garage, do I do all the way out? Or do I just like throw a ping pong table in there? Does it even make
Yeah,
sense?
I will tell you my opinion, and Ryan, you can give me yours as well. But like, I don't think it's worth going all out. Like, I might paint the walls just to make it look like it's not just
Drywall.
drywalled garage walls. But I wouldn't worry about painting like an obnoxious color or like neon signs or anything, like full on game room situation. But putting a ping pong table out there, something that can be folded up and put away in case people want to actually park in the garage, isn't a terrible idea. So making it a little bit more attractive to hanging out. I don't know what the weather's like in Boise. Like, I don't know if you have a lot of variation, like it gets super hot or super cold. Here
It
in
does.
Nebraska,
It
yeah,
does.
we can't put games in garages. No one will play them because it's literally with like 2 weeks out of the year where it's nice enough to be outside. The rest of the time it's either like sweltering, humid, hot, and it's miserable, or it's so cold you like question your life choices of why you decided to live here. So it is not ideal to have games in garages where we are. So maybe that's the same for you.
I think, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
pretty.
really want something in that garage.
No, Faye's like, put a gym in there.
I
Love it.
don't think this is the property you wanna invest in. I don't think the
I agree.
return is there, Olga, at the end of the day for you, like the opportunity. I think you work in the margins on this one, and this is where I would look at the icing on the cake, not the cake in itself. Really, like look at the other stuff. You if you have kid items, you don't show them. Same thing with you, Faye. I didn't see a single high chair or pack and play in any of your photos. If you do have those things, shame on you. Take a photo of them because you are missing families. Because I won't believe that you have them. I won't even bother looking at the description to double check. So pull them out. They should be set up. Put a high chair next to the table. Take a photo of it. Put a pack and play in one of the bedrooms that it fits in. Open it up. Take a photo of it. Uh, Forks, plates, spoons, all kid items. You should have them, Faye. You're missing out on families. I would not stay with you, and I am a great guest, and I pay a lot of money, and you're missing me. So I'm important. But they're cheap. You're talking, less than 150 bucks for every single thing for a kid.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
add those. They fold up, go in the closet when they're not being used. So they're not going to disrupt anyone that doesn't want to see them, doesn't want to ever have kids in their life. They will not affect those people. So all you're doing is adding um, the amount of people that are going to want to stay with you.
Heather, he doesn't need any bigger of a head. He doesn't need to be told.
What is it? What does that even stand for?
Big dang deal.
Oh, nice. I like that. I
Right,
did not
Heather?
know
Big
that.
dang deal. I
But
think that's
no,
what it means.
you,
Maybe it means something
yeah, maybe
bad.
I don't want to know. So, but families, like you guys, is where you want to focus. A lot of people are like, I don't want kids in my places. And it's like, okay, you do not like money then, honestly. That is where like most of the bookings are because people with kids, they don't want to stay in a hotel room. They need multiple hotel rooms. And then they also need like a shared space too. And that's almost impossible to find, even if you have the money for it. It is,
Mhm.
to have a place that has multiple bedrooms in it. I don't want my kids staying in an adjacent hotel room to me when they're 3 years old. So I'm gonna find a house, and I'm willing to pay more for that too. So get those amenities there for sure. And I'm also not gonna stay in a house that doesn't, no matter how nice or how much I love it, not staying in a house that doesn't have at least a high chair for me. Um, Probably a pack and play too, but definitely a high chair. It'd be great if you had bibs. It'd be great if you had silverware as well. You don't need to go crazy with it. Those are the essentials. We put cribs in some of our places too, if they can fit and they don't disrupt the flow of a space. It's a great added amenity, and we've utilized them when we travel too. That some people haven't as well. And I will pick that place over the other place. I will spend more money and get that place. So. Um, yeah, definitely add the family stuff.
Yeah, agreed. Heather said families would rather spend the extra money on a big house so they can eat together and not use all their vacation money on eating out.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, lots of reasons why. And it's also honestly like if you can fit multiple families in some of these big houses too. And that's where like the houses that, sleep 20, 25 people, they can demand a lot of revenue. Not only are they in a niche by themselves up at the top, there aren't a lot of those. They can also fit, 4 or 5 families, depending on the size, in that home too. And then splitting that cost, it's really a lot of people can't afford that. And a lot of people are willing, hey, let's all go in. It's $4,000 a night, but there's 4 sets of families here. Like it makes it more reasonable for them too. So in Faye, there are a lot of areas that have higher than 300 grand in revenue. A couple places we've looked at recently though is Broken Bow in Oklahoma City or Oklahoma. And Hilton Head was where I was just talking to someone last week or 2 weeks ago. They were, this place is doing 500 grand out there as well. It needs to be the right place. It needs to have the right amenities. We have some partners, guys, that'll help you find places. I have a free course that'll show you how to find places and utilize Airdna. Just realized that you guys are just staring at my screen here. But we have some partners there. We have places that we are helping people find, buy, and then we are doing everything. They never even see the property. So you can get all that set up, and we do them completely turnkey too, down to the listing, the locks, Wi-Fi, any of that stuff. So
a property that's going to generate 300,000 in revenue, I mean, it's an expensive property. Your upfront investment is going to be much larger, Faye, but if you've got the ability to do that, then there's multiple places in the United States where that can happen. It just really is dependent on that initial property, the investment itself.
you're not going to find a place that does.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're not going to find a place in the whole country that does 300 grand that's less than $1 million. And $1 million would be nice. I would take that property. I would take all of them. But you're more likely, like ideally, you can find a good rule of thumb is you want a property that does 20% yearly revenue of the cost of the property. So if I can get a property that does 300 grand, I want to buy it for 1.5. Just to make sure that you are the correct amount of profitable. Same thing if your property does 100 grand a year, I don't want to pay more than 500K. Now there are some strategies there too of putting some work into the place, and our designs will always also refi higher, which doesn't make any sense because we're not changing the structure. But a good design in a property every single time will refi higher, and so we've helped quite a few people refi all of their design costs, rehab costs back out of the property when they refi. And then they don't have any money technically in the property at all. And it's just, it's an infinite return at that point. So we are over time here, guys. Is there anyone on the call that needs to schedule like a one-on-one or wants to talk more about design?
Oh, I heard somebody unmute. Oh, iPhone unmuted. I don't know if that person is looking to talk or not. Doesn't seem like it.
If you don't, no worries. Just want to make sure that that's offered to you guys. I've met with a lot of you one-on-one already. But if you need that, as I always say, you can respond to the message that lets you know about the Zoom call. Yeah, we'll keep doing these, and utilize Airdna, guys. It's a great resource. Make sure you know where your property is, what kind of revenue it should be or it's capable of pulling in, and where you fit. Are you average? If you are average in that area, like I said, you are a commodity. So just remember that. And if that's where, everything costs money, and none of these things I'm throwing around 10, 20, 30, 50, 80 grand like it's nothing. I'm well aware that that's a lot of money. And I know that not everyone has that. And so I don't want to act like you can just go find it and call it a day. But if you do have access to it, it is an investment, and either you're going to pay for it one way or another. You either pay for it up front, get it right, lock it in, or you pay for it over time. And you don't make that money back, and you slowly dwindle on your price, and it'll keep going down. I don't see a future to where your property all of a sudden will come back up. We are in a different game than we were even 4 years ago. It is boutique hotel or nothing. And so like commit with both feet, or honestly hold on to the property as long as you can and then sell it when you can't do it any longer. So those are really the two options right now.
Yeah, rule of thumb, 20%, Liddell said. That's what you said, right? 20%.
Yeah, so the revenue of the property, you want it to be 20% of the cost of the property. So if your property does 50 grand, you don't want to spend more than 250 on it.
On the purchase and the furnishing.
Ideally. But at least the purchase. If you can do that with the purchase, that's a good start. Unless you're going to have to put another 250 grand in it. But we looked at a place in Broken Bow that was it was 1.2, and then we are going to put 300 into it. And it was probably going to refi all that money back out later anyways, but that place would have done 3 to 350 a year. And so that's a property I'll take every time.
Mhm.
So
Amen.
they're all over the country, places you've never heard of. So Airdna is a great tool. But all right, I don't think there's any other questions.
Nope.
Good deal, guys. I will see you next week.
Cool. Thanks,
Thanks for
everybody.
joining.